Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another Monday Morning Art Talk. Whippy!
Alright guys, so today I want to talk about the end of the thrill. The end of the thrill. Now, this is something where when I meet famous people or people that I know have become very successful at what they do, I like to kind of know from them and ask them, if I have the opportunity, at what point do you feel the thrill of doing what you did went away? And sometimes that's shocking because they'll say, well, it's never gone away. It's always there. And, you know, which is usually a lie. But what it is through just all the documentaries from musicians to actors and everything that I watch and looking into artists' lives, there's these moments where you start to discover that and you see that within their journey, that what they thought they were elated to get into, they were so enthusiastic to get into, they were just so focused to do and achieve in their life, they achieved because they set their mind out to do it, but then they achieved it, and then all of a sudden it just kind of, that thrill aspect went away. It always becomes, now what? It's like grass is always greener. It's just like, well, now what? What's the next thing? And it's just the reality to me, because I think about it too. I've accomplished a lot. I've done a lot. I've been a go-getter from the beginning. I was thinking about it that I chased something when I was, some of you guys know my story, some of you guys maybe not, finding out for the first time. When I was 6 years old and I found an artist's sketchbook laying in my backyard in England, looking out the bedroom window, I picked up that sketchbook and I just followed through with that sketchbook. It wasn't just, oh, this is cool, did some drawings, put it away. I followed all the way through with whatever purpose that was laying in my backyard, made it my life, made it my being, my purpose and everything based on that one moment, okay? And so all through your life, you're going to be just going for the thrill. I think that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be chasing it. You're supposed to be trying to discover what it is that's going to give you that thrill. And it could be all different sort of things. It could have to do with sports that gives you the thrill. It could be your dating situation that gives you the thrill. It gives you just your nightlife, your artwork, your music, whatever it is, it gives you those thrills. But as you're learning, what I realize, it's always the anticipation, right? So we're always going through this anticipation when we're learning, because the hope is that through this anticipation, if I learn how to do this, and if I acquire this, and if I get that, I'm going to have, it's just going to be better. It's just going to be, oh, so awesome. It's just going to be the best. And through that anticipation, which gets us there, which becomes that driving momentum, what happens after the thrill is it ends. It ends, okay? Things just cannot stay thrilling forever. So this notion of when we're trying to seek happiness, where we're trying to find happiness, where we're trying to find what we think is happiness, this is where, in my belief, it just doesn't exist, where it's only in those little moments of that thrill that you went seeking, that you enjoyed. Hey, I want to go up in that hot air balloon. That sounds like fun. And the anticipation, and maybe you're nervous and everything else going up, and you go up in that hot air balloon and just like, wow, this is so awesome. This is so cool. I'm so happy, you know. Maybe you're going to see a certain movie. You've just been waiting for Star Wars 350 to come out, you know, the rebirth of Vader. I don't know. You know, just you're going to go see that. And you're so thrilled and excited, the anticipation. And then you go and see it, and a couple things can happen. You can walk out of this movie and just be like, sucked. Horrible, was the worst. Everything you thought it would be in life, right, has failed you. It's no good. Otherwise, you can come out and be like, man, that was so awesome. That was so great. That was so terrific. And then that'll last for a little while, and you'll tell your friends about it, and you'll Facebook about it, and you'll just go, that was a real thrill. But you know what? It comes to an end, because everything comes to an end. And I think, so the idea behind this is just know that as long as you sort of act, and then you anticipate, and then you get the thrill, and that it comes to an end, and that you just move on to the next one. So it's always going to be a series of these little thrills that you're going to have, and the expectation, like anyone who's looking to be famous, wants to be a famous movie actor, a famous singer, or something like that, you know, they go on American Idol, they go with high hopes. You go with high hopes, and you hope something happens, and you hope something comes of it, but you know there's going to be a lot of hard work in between. And it's the anticipation just leading up to the eventual success that maybe it's just going to hit, and all of a sudden I'm going to get discovered, and something happens, and I got this job, and oh my God. Like for me, I always distinctly remember when I first got hired at Warner Brothers. That was one of my main thrills in life, where when I submitted my portfolio and just even went to the building just to meet with the directors, just drop off my portfolio and show up there, just that was a thrill, driving from San Diego to LA to meet this artist, show him my portfolio, who then took it upstairs to show it to the producers up there. That was real thrilling. And then the anticipation was, okay, they gave me a test. Now I got to sort of work on this. And then so I acted on that. And then the pure thrill was once I dropped it off, and then I got that phone call that they wanted to hire me. And just that moment of just like, oh my God, my life is about to change. Everything that I thought about my life, and this is what happens when you get to those certain moments, everything you think about your life at that moment, where you're going to cross that bridge at one point, at some time, it may be now, maybe 10 years from now, 20 years from now, it's going to be different for everyone. But once that moment happened, it was a change. It was like, wow, I did not see my life going this way. I thought I was going to be doing caricatures and at theme parks and parties the rest of my life, and maybe drawing for magazines. There was a whole nother part, and all of a sudden, boom, that level of thrill sort of took me on a whole nother journey. But I will tell you, it came to an end. It was there, and it became sort of just, you get in the grind of it. You're dealing with the deadlines. You're dealing with everything, and you're just like, okay, well, this is my new universe now. This is what I've adopted and accepted into my life and adapted to. This new way of living, this new lifestyle. I could afford some more things now. I had to make a lifestyle change and move to Los Angeles, where I was living in San Diego. Thought I was going to live there my whole life, and made all these things happen. And because of that, it sparked all these other ideas. So what ends up happening is, once you attain this sort of this thrill, this moment that sort of comes to a lull, you end up just keep working on new things and keep trying to build up those new thrills and trying to attain it. My next thrill was when I got my first job at Disney and went into the elevator. I remember pulling into the parking lot, and I went in the elevator at the Frank G. Wells building, and there was a smell that I still remember today. And it wasn't that someone farted or some horrible smell. It was this smell of a building. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. That there was just, it was this, I felt like I was in a different place, in a different world, and then moving that, and that was a thrill again. So it's these constant thrills. Just know that you're going to achieve them. They're going to come to an end, and just move on. And that's what you're trying to achieve here. That's what you're trying to do. It's not one thing. Don't try to chase the one thing. Just chase whatever it is that you enjoy doing, that you feel comfortable with, that you love, that you feel connected to, that you want to be a part of. These are the things that your momentum pushes you in that direction. Then it's just a matter of timing, and you can't control that. The time's going to be right when the time's going to be right. So press on. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to check out my events page just down below. Check out what's upcoming in my schedule, and being around and drawing and entertaining and everything else that's going on. All right, guys. Thanks so much, and make it a great week.
Mentorship. In a sense, what I want to do is just talk to you, meet you, tell me about things that are happening in your life, see if there's anything that I can do to help you. I can look over your artwork, do your portfolio, and just maybe try to push you in the right direction that you want to take your life and your journey. Alright, so you can go to silvertunes.com and go to classes, click on mentorship, and you can learn all about it. We can try to arrange a time, set up a date. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. And I just wanted to make it just very affordable, just to open it up, because I love doing this. I love meeting people from all over the planet. It's a really cool thing, and with this technology, why not? So that's it. Thanks.
Whoa! Hey. Go back. Go back. Great, go back. Go back.